it's Caitlin. Here is the first video for Cooking with Caitlin. And what are we making today? Pesto! Alright, so let's check out the ingredients. You are going to need 1 cup of basil, 3 garlic cloves, 1/3 cup of Parmesan, kosher salt and pepper, and 1/3 cup of olive oil. So let's get those ingredients out. I'm going to need my basil. And I figured I would do this recipe because it's something easy and something simple to start with, so we shall see how it goes. I'm going to grab my pepper, my garlic, and my olive oil. Then I need to head into the fridge to get my Parmesan cheese. And I have the Asiago and Parmesan blend, but it's fine. And then I am using leftover spaghetti because we had some in the fridge and I thought I might as well use it up. Oh, and I also can't forget my salt because I feel like I tend to do that a lot. So here are all the ingredients all together. Gotta zoom in on the spaghetti. Alright, so now I'm going to need my chopper, or should we take some wine? No? Okay. So let's just grab the chopper, and this is what I'm going to use to mix all the ingredients together. And then also I'm going to put my pan onto the stove and just get it warmed up with a little bit of olive oil so that the spaghetti can cook while I mix the rest of the ingredients. So we're going to let that olive oil heat up, and I put mine on medium to low just so it doesn't spritz and go everywhere like crazy. And then while we are waiting for that to heat up, we can start mixing the ingredients. And don't forget to also get your measuring cups and also a teaspoon. And the first thing we're going to measure is our basil. So the recipe calls for 1 cup, but I used about 1/3 of a cup because I didn't really have that much spaghetti. It was about 1 serving for me. So I used 1/3 of a cup of basil. Next, the recipe calls for 3 garlic cloves, but I did about a teaspoon or half of a teaspoon of garlic cloves already chopped up because that's what the bottle that I was using said would be the equivalent. Okay. So after I put the garlic in, I noticed that the olive oil was getting hot, so I decided to add the spaghetti in, and it splattered all over me, so make sure you are careful. And then I just wanted to separate the pasta a little bit to make sure it soaked up all of that olive oil. And then I just let this cook while I mixed the rest of the ingredients together. And Caitlin apparently doesn't know how to separate pasta, but it's cool. And then you just want to cover it to keep everything inside of the pan. So next I'm just going to do just a little bit of black pepper. The recipe didn't really specify how much, so I just added a tiny pinch. And same for the salt. I just put a little bit in my hand and added it in. But you can add more or less depending on what you think it needs and how much salt and pepper you like. Next I'm going to put, or try to put the top on here so that I can chop everything together. And this is before the olive oil. So after that is chopped up together, now you are going to add your olive oil in to the mixture. And then you're going to chop it all together. Now I'm just going to say now, because I've already eaten it obviously, I would add a lot more olive oil to make it more creamy. Next, I am just going to add that mixture right into my pasta that I've been kind of just cooking / sauteing in the olive oil. So I'm just going to mix it around a little bit, and then you're just going to put that mixture right on top. And I didn't put all of mine in because I noticed that it was a lot, so I just sprinkled it to cover a portion of the top. And I added a little bit more olive oil because, like I said, it needed to be creamier. And you're just going to mix that all together until it looks like all of the pasta is coated in the pesto sauce. And try not to get it all over the stove like I did. And then I just decided to add Brussels sprouts into this dish because I wanted something else in there to add a little bit more color, a little bit more flavor. So I threw in some Brussels sprouts that I had left over in the fridge. And lastly, you are going to sprinkle on your Parmesan cheese. Like I said, mine is Asiago and Parmesan, but whatever cheese you want to add in, you can. And I just put a whole bunch on and then just mixed it all together. So that is the finished product, and now I'm just going to try some for you to see how it tastes. And after tasting it, I have decided that it is pretty good. I think it would be a little bit better if I used fresh basil, fresh garlic, all the fresh ingredients. But for today, it was very, very good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and give this a thumbs up if you'd like to see more cooking videos. And otherwise, enjoy!